If you are a man over 60, let me start by saying this clearly and with respect. You are not running out of time. You are stepping into a phase of life where wisdom, clarity, and inner strength can finally work together. Aging is not the enemy. Decline is not inevitable. What matters now is how you support your body, your mind, and your spirit each day. Inspired by the teachings often shared by Barbara O'Neill and the calm, motivating approach of Dr. Ellen Mandel, this message is about reclaiming energy, performance, and vitality from the inside out, not through hype or fear, but through simple, consistent habits that respect your age and empower your future. As men grow older, energy doesn't disappear overnight. It fades quietly when the body stops getting what it truly needs. One of the most overlooked foundations of vitality is proper nourishment, especially key vitamins that help the body convert food into energy, protect the nervous system, and keep muscles and the brain functioning smoothly. Many men over 60 eat enough calories but still feel tired, foggy, or unmotivated. This isn't weakness. It's usually deficiency combined with lifestyle habits that no longer serve the body. When the body is supported correctly, it responds with surprising strength, even later in life. The first essential vitamin for men over 60 is one that supports nerve health and mental clarity. When this nutrient is low, men often experience fatigue, low motivation, memory issues, and even a loss of confidence. When levels improve through mindful eating and better absorption, something remarkable happens. Thoughts become clearer, reactions sharper, and energy steadier throughout the day. You feel more like yourself again, not rushed, not drained, but present. This mental sharpness directly affects performance, whether that performance is physical movement, meaningful conversation, or simply waking up with purpose. Another vital nutrient plays a powerful role in muscle strength, heart health, and overall energy. As men age, muscle naturally declines if it is not supported. This leads to weakness, slower movement, and a feeling of being old. But when the body receives proper nutritional support along with light, regular movement, muscles respond. Strength improves. Balance becomes more stable. Daily tasks feel easier. You don't need intense workouts or heavy weights. A simple daily walk, gentle stretching, or light resistance movements combined with the right nutrients can dramatically change how your body feels within weeks. The third essential vitamin is closely linked to vitality, mood, and immune strength. Low levels are associated with low energy, poor sleep, and a general sense of heaviness in both body and mind. When this nutrient is supported naturally through sunlight, whole foods, and healthy routines, men often report improved mood, deeper sleep, and renewed motivation. Sleep is especially critical after 60. Quality sleep repairs tissues, balances hormones, and restores mental energy. Without it, no supplement or exercise routine can truly work. With it, everything improves. But vitamins alone are not magic. They work best when paired with a healthy, simple diet. Real food matters more now than ever. Fresh vegetables, clean proteins, healthy fats, and adequate hydration give your body the raw materials it needs to rebuild. Processed foods drain energy. Excess sugar creates inflammation. Heavy meals late at night disrupt sleep. Eating simply, mindfully, and consistently is one of the most powerful anti-aging strategies available, and it costs nothing except attention and discipline. Movement is the next pillar of vitality. Dr. Mandel often reminds older adults that motion is medicine, not punishment, not exhaustion, just motion. The body was designed to move daily. Gentle walking, joint rotations, breathing exercises, and light strength work send signals to the brain that you are still alive, still capable, still strong. Movement improves circulation, feeds the joints, supports digestion, and lifts mood. Even 10 minutes a day can shift your energy in ways you can feel almost immediately. Lifestyle habits quietly determine how you age. Sitting too long, isolating yourself, watching negative content, or constantly worrying about health problems will drain vitality faster than age itself. On the other hand, waking up with intention, getting morning light, breathing deeply, staying socially connected, and giving your mind something positive to focus on can add years of quality to your life. Stress management is not optional after 60. Chronic stress destroys energy, sleep, and immune function. Calm routines restore them. Perhaps the most powerful factor of all is mindset. Men who believe they are too old begin to live that belief. Men who decide they are still capable begin to prove it daily. Your body listens to your thoughts. Hope changes chemistry. Purpose fuels energy. When you wake up each morning and choose to care for yourself, not out of fear, but out of respect, you send a message to every cell in your body that life is still worth investing in. After 60, many men quietly accept fatigue as a normal part of aging, believing that low energy is simply the price paid for growing older, but the truth is far more empowering than that belief allows. Energy does not suddenly vanish because of age. It fades when the body is slowly deprived of what it needs to function efficiently. Over the years, digestion becomes less effective, nutrient absorption declines, and the body's ability to convert food into usable energy weakens, especially when meals are rushed, processed, or eaten without awareness. This creates a hidden gap between what the body receives and what it actually uses, leaving men feeling tired even when they eat enough. Add to this years of accumulated stress, poor sleep habits, and long periods of inactivity, and the result is a body that feels older than it truly is. The problem is not age itself, but the quiet erosion of supportive habits that once kept the system running smoothly. Many older men also experience subtle deficiencies that go unnoticed for years, affecting nerve function, muscle strength, mood, and mental clarity. These deficiencies do not scream for attention, they whisper through constant tiredness, slower movement, and a loss of enthusiasm for daily life. When energy drops, motivation follows, and when motivation fades, activity decreases, creating a cycle that feels impossible to break. Yet this cycle is not permanent. The body remains responsive, adaptable, and capable of renewal when given proper support. Small changes in diet, such as choosing real foods over packaged ones, eating at regular times, and staying hydrated, can begin to restore balance. Gentle movement reawakens circulation and signals the body to produce energy rather than conserve it. Quality sleep allows the nervous system to reset and hormones to stabilize. Stress reduction prevents the constant drain on adrenal and immune function. When these factors are addressed together, energy often returns gradually but noticeably. Men begin to wake up feeling clearer, stronger, and more willing to engage with life. This is not about reversing time, but about removing the obstacles that have been quietly stealing vitality for years. Aging does not demand exhaustion, neglect does. When the body is nourished, respected, and moved with intention, it responds regardless of age, proving that low energy is not a life sentence, but a signal calling for care, awareness, and renewed commitment to daily health choices. 3 essential vitamins play a powerful and often underestimated role in restoring energy, mental clarity, muscle strength, emotional balance, and overall vitality in men over 60, and when these nutrients are missing, the body struggles quietly until fatigue becomes a daily companion. As the years pass, the body's ability to absorb and utilize key vitamins naturally declines, even when the diet appears sufficient on the surface. This creates a situation where men are eating but not truly being nourished, leaving cells underpowered and systems running below their potential. One of these vital nutrients supports the nervous system and brain function, and when levels are low, thoughts feel cloudy, reactions slow down, and motivation weakens, making even simple tasks feel heavier than they should. When this vitamin is restored through proper nutrition and absorption, many men notice sharper thinking, steadier focus, and a renewed sense of confidence that spills into every area of life. Another essential vitamin is deeply connected to muscle strength, heart health, and physical performance, and without it, muscles lose efficiency, balance declines, and movement becomes cautious rather than confident. This loss is often mistaken for unavoidable aging. Yet when the body receives the nutrients it needs along with gentle movement, muscles respond with surprising resilience, regaining strength and stability over time. The third key vitamin plays a critical role in mood regulation, immune defense, and sleep quality, and deficiencies often show up as low spirits, restless nights, and a general lack of enthusiasm. When this nutrient is supported naturally, men often experience improved sleep, brighter mood, and a deeper sense of well-being that fuels daily energy. These vitamins do not work in isolation. They function as part of a complex system that requires real food, healthy fats, proper digestion, and consistent routines to be fully effective. Without these foundations, even the best supplements cannot deliver their full benefits. When the body is properly nourished, energy production becomes more efficient, inflammation decreases, and recovery improves, allowing men to feel stronger and more capable each day. Restoring these essential vitamins is not about chasing quick fixes or youthful extremes, but about giving the body the tools it needs to perform the way it was designed to, even in later years. When these nutritional gaps are addressed, the body often responds with renewed vitality, clearer thinking, steadier emotions, and a quiet but powerful return of strength that reminds men they are far from finished. When nerve health and brain nutrition are properly supported, the change is often subtle at first but deeply transformative, especially for men over 60 who have grown used to feeling mentally tired or unfocused. The nervous system controls every movement, thought, and reaction in the body, yet it is one of the most neglected systems when it comes to daily care. Years of stress, Poor sleep, nutrient deficiencies, and constant stimulation slowly wear down the nerves, leading to symptoms that many men dismiss as normal aging, such as forgetfulness, slower thinking, reduced motivation, and a lingering sense of mental heaviness. When the brain and nerves are undernourished, even strong willpower cannot force clarity or enthusiasm. The mind feels like it is always a step behind, and confidence quietly fades. Proper brain nutrition helps restore the communication between nerves and muscles, between thought and action, allowing the body and mind to work together again rather than against each other. As nerve function improves, focus becomes steadier and mental fatigue decreases, making it easier to stay engaged in conversations, tasks, and decisions throughout the day. Many men notice that their reactions become quicker, their memory more reliable, and their mood more balanced, which naturally boosts confidence without effort. Motivation begins to return not because of external pressure, but because the brain once again has the energy and nutrients it needs to initiate action. This renewed mental clarity often leads to better choices in other areas of life, including diet, movement, and social connection, creating a positive cycle of improvement. When the nervous system is supported, stress becomes easier to manage, and emotional responses are calmer and more controlled. Sleep quality often improves as well, allowing the brain to repair and reset during the night, further enhancing daytime alertness and stability. Over time, this support helps men feel more present and capable, reducing the fear and frustration that often accompany cognitive decline. The mind becomes a place of strength rather than struggle, and daily challenges feel manageable instead of overwhelming. This is not about becoming someone new, but about removing the barriers that have been clouding the mind for years. With proper nourishment and care, the brain remains adaptable and resilient well into later life, proving that clarity, confidence, and motivation are not lost with age, but simply waiting to be supported and reawakened. After 60, many men begin to notice subtle changes in their bodies, such as reduced strength, slower movement, and a hesitation to engage in physical tasks that once felt effortless. Yet this shift is often misunderstood as an unavoidable consequence of aging, rather than a response to lack of proper support. Muscles are living tissue that depend on regular use, adequate nutrition, and clear signals from the nervous system to remain strong and responsive. When movement decreases and key nutrients are missing, muscles shrink and weaken, leading to poor balance, joint discomfort, and a growing fear of injury. This fear then causes further inactivity, accelerating the very decline men hope to avoid. However, the body retains an incredible ability to adapt at any age when given the right conditions. With gentle, consistent movement and proper nutritional support, muscles can regain strength, coordination, and endurance even later in life. Light resistance exercises, walking, stretching, and controlled body movements stimulate muscle fibers and improve circulation without placing unnecessary strain on joints. When combined with the nutrients that support muscle repair and energy production, these simple activities help rebuild confidence in the body's abilities. Men often find that daily tasks become easier. Posture improves and stability returns, reducing the risk of falls and injuries. As muscles grow stronger, they also help protect the heart, support healthy blood sugar levels, and improve metabolism, contributing to overall vitality. This physical improvement does more than change the body, it changes the mind. Confidence increases as men realize they are still capable of progress, and motivation rises naturally without force. The sense of independence that comes from physical strength is deeply empowering, allowing men to engage more fully in life rather than withdrawing out of caution. Performance after 60 is not about intensity or competition, but about consistency and respect for the body's needs. When movement becomes a daily habit rather than an occasional effort, muscles respond steadily and reliably. This steady improvement reinforces the belief that aging does not require surrender, but adaptation. Strength gained later in life may feel different from youthful power, but it carries a deeper sense of control, resilience, and trust in the body. With patience, proper nourishment, and gentle activity, physical performance can improve in meaningful ways, reminding men that their bodies are still capable partners in living fully rather than limitations to be endured. What a man chooses to eat after 60 has a powerful influence on how his body feels, heals, and functions each day, yet many continue eating out of habit rather than nourishment. Real, whole foods provide the body with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and healthy fats in forms that are easy to recognize and use, while processed foods often rob the body of energy by triggering inflammation and blood sugar swings. Over time, diets high in refined sugar, white flour, and artificial additives place constant stress on the liver, digestive system, and nervous system, leaving men feeling sluggish, heavy, and mentally dull. This low-grade inflammation quietly interferes with the body's ability to absorb and use essential nutrients, even when supplements are taken. In contrast, whole foods such as fresh vegetables, fruits, quality proteins, nuts, seeds, and natural fats support digestion and help nutrients reach the cells where they are needed most. When the body is fed properly, vitamins work more effectively, energy production improves, and recovery becomes easier. Eating real food also stabilizes blood sugar levels, preventing the sharp rises and crashes that drain energy and affect mood throughout the day. Simple meals eaten mindfully allow the digestive system to function without strain, reducing bloating, discomfort, and fatigue. Hydration plays an equally important role, as even mild dehydration can cause weakness, poor concentration, and joint stiffness. Many men notice that when they reduce processed foods and increase whole, natural options, cravings diminish and appetite becomes more balanced. This shift often leads to improved weight management without strict dieting, as the body begins to regulate itself more efficiently. Better nutrition also supports immune function, sleep quality, and mental clarity, creating a foundation for lasting vitality. Choosing real food is not about perfection or restriction, but about consistency and awareness. Small daily choices repeated over time have a cumulative effect that can dramatically improve how the body feels and performs. When inflammation decreases and nutrients are properly absorbed, the body operates with greater ease and resilience. Food becomes fuel rather than a burden, and energy becomes steadier and more reliable throughout the day. This approach respects the body's changing needs and honors the fact that nourishment, not deprivation, is the key to aging with strength and confidence. Light daily exercise becomes increasingly valuable after 60 because the body responds better to gentle consistency than to occasional intensity, and movement itself acts as a powerful form of medicine when practiced with awareness and patience. Many men avoid exercise because they associate it with pain, exhaustion, or past injuries, yet the body does not require extreme effort to benefit from movement. Simple activities such as walking, stretching, controlled breathing, and light strength work stimulate circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients to tissues that may have been undernourished for years. This improved circulation supports joint health, reduces stiffness, and helps muscles remain flexible and responsive. Regular movement also encourages the heart to work efficiently, lowering strain while improving endurance over time. As the body moves, the nervous system receives signals that enhance coordination and balance, reducing the risk of falls and increasing confidence in daily activities. Exercise also plays a vital role in digestion, helping the body process food more effectively and regulate blood sugar levels, which directly impacts energy and mood. Mental well-being improves as well, as physical activity stimulates the release of chemicals that reduce stress and promote a sense of calm focus. Even short sessions of movement can shift emotional state, making the day feel more manageable and positive. When exercise becomes a daily habit rather than a sporadic event, the body adapts gradually, building strength and resilience without overload. Men often notice that sleep improves, aches diminish, and energy levels stabilize as movement becomes part of their routine. This consistency also reinforces a sense of discipline and self-respect, reminding men that caring for the body is an ongoing commitment rather than a temporary effort. Exercise after 60 is not about competing with others or meeting youthful standards, but about maintaining independence and quality of life. Gentle movement keeps joints lubricated, muscles engaged, and posture upright, allowing men to move through their days with greater ease. Over time, these small efforts accumulate, creating noticeable improvements in strength, balance, and endurance. The body thrives on motion, and when movement is approached with kindness rather than force, it becomes a sustainable and enjoyable part of daily living, supporting both physical health and emotional stability in lasting ways. After 60, daily lifestyle habits quietly become the strongest predictors of how the body ages, often outweighing genetics or past history. And among these habits, sleep quality, stress management, sunlight exposure, and calm routines play a decisive role. Sleep is not merely rest, it is active repair, and when sleep is shallow or irregular, the body loses its primary opportunity to restore energy, balance hormones, and repair tissues. Many older men struggle with sleep due to stress, poor routines, late-night eating, or constant mental stimulation, and over time this deprivation shows up as fatigue, irritability, weakened immunity, and slower recovery. Improving sleep does not require drastic measures, but it does require consistency, such as going to bed at the same time, reducing screen exposure at night, and creating a calm pre-sleep routine that signals safety to the nervous system. Stress, when unmanaged, acts like a slow leak in the body's energy system, constantly draining reserves needed for healing and vitality. Chronic stress keeps the body in a state of alert, elevating hormones that disrupt digestion, sleep, and immune function, making men feel tense and worn down even without physical exertion. Learning to slow the breath, spend quiet moments outdoors, and disengage from constant worry allows the nervous system to reset and conserve energy rather than waste it. Sunlight exposure is another often overlooked habit that directly affects mood, sleep cycles, and overall vitality. Natural light in the morning helps regulate internal rhythms, supports energy during the day, and promotes deeper sleep at night, while also contributing to a sense of emotional balance and optimism. Calm daily routines provide structure and predictability, which the body and mind find deeply reassuring, especially later in life. Simple rituals such as morning walks, mindful meals, and evening wind down periods reduce mental clutter and help the body function more efficiently. These habits work together rather than in isolation, reinforcing one another to create stability and resilience. When sleep improves, stress becomes easier to manage, and when stress decreases, sleep deepens naturally. When routines are calm and consistent, the body stops bracing for disruption and begins to heal. Men who prioritize these lifestyle foundations often notice gradual but meaningful improvements in energy, mood, and physical comfort. The body responds positively to environments that feel safe, predictable, and nourishing. Aging well is less about doing more and more about removing the habits that exhaust the system. When daily life is aligned with the body's natural rhythms, strength and clarity return quietly but reliably, proving that vitality is built through daily choices that honor rest, calm, and balance rather than constant effort or struggle. A man's mindset after 60 can either quietly accelerate decline or steadily support renewal, because the body responds not only to what is eaten or how it is moved, but also to what is believed and expected each day. When a man repeatedly tells himself that he is too old, too weak, or past his prime, the nervous system absorbs that message and adjusts accordingly, reducing motivation, slowing movement, and conserving energy as if life were winding down. This mental surrender often happens unconsciously, shaped by social messages, comparisons, and fear-based narratives about aging. Over time, these beliefs create a self-fulfilling cycle where the body follows the direction set by the mind. In contrast, a positive mindset rooted in purpose and self-respect sends a very different signal. When a man believes that his actions still matter and that improvement is possible, the brain becomes more engaged, energy rises, and the desire to care for the body strengthens naturally. Purpose does not need to be grand. It can be as simple as maintaining independence, being present for family, or waking up with intention and curiosity. This sense of meaning gives structure to daily choices, making healthy habits feel worthwhile rather than burdensome. The mind plays a direct role in healing, influencing hormone balance, immune response, and even pain perception. Optimism does not mean denying challenges, but choosing to face them with patience rather than defeat. Men who maintain a hopeful outlook are more likely to stay active, eat well, manage stress, and seek connection, all of which reinforce vitality. Gratitude further strengthens this process by shifting attention away from limitations and toward what is still working, creating emotional balance and resilience. Social connection also feeds a positive mindset, reminding men that they are valued and not alone. Isolation, on the other hand, drains motivation and accelerates physical and mental decline. When the mind remains engaged and forward-looking, the body follows with greater responsiveness and adaptability. This does not mean aging without change, but aging with agency and dignity. Each positive thought, each intentional choice, becomes a message to the body that life is still active and meaningful. Over time, this mental orientation shapes behavior, behavior shapes biology, and biology shapes how a man experiences his later years. Decline is not a fixed destiny written by age, but often the result of beliefs left unchallenged. When mindset is aligned with purpose and possibility, the body responds by preserving strength, clarity, and energy, allowing men to continue participating fully in life with confidence and self-trust. This stage of life is not about chasing youth, it's about mastering health. It's about choosing consistency over intensity, nourishment over neglect, movement over stagnation, and optimism over resignation. Energy, performance, and vitality are not lost at 60. They are rebuilt through small decisions made daily. When you support your body with the right nutrients, feed it real food, move it gently, rest it deeply, and guide it with a positive mind, it responds with strength and gratitude. You are not done. Your best years of wisdom, stability, and inner power are right here. Start today. Care for your body like it still matters, because it does.